Yeah, unheard. Sick status. I got my man Rage on the beat, as always, nigga. Yeah. I drop kicks when I spit, deliver sick when I hit. Get you down on my tracks like glue chest when you sit. Handpick by
Dumelang babuhi. Hello everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Young Gifted and Black with your homeboy Lebo Siakani, aka Lebo the Status. Now today, I'm so excited. We're chilling with an advertising executive, a bespoke marketing agency owner, and a super duper creator. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the man himself, Mr. Mpho Monareng.
Excellent.
My nigga.
Hola.
How you doing?
Otherwise,
I talk, man.
number one,
Talk,
thank you for making through.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully you don't mind the ensemble. You don't take a spot.
No, dog. I'd say everyone is working from home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, dog.
No.
Before Tala, you know, it took a while for me to get here.
I know.
I think from last year, I've been trying to get you on this show from last year, dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciate it, homeboy.
No.
Yeah. So
I'm
to
happy.
kick off, Mpho,
Sure.
I'm gonna call you a marketing guru. Can I do that?
Guru is just
Okay.
it's above. I don't know if I'm downplaying myself or I'll be underselling myself, but a marketer is fine.
Okay.
Guru, we still working
Marketer.
towards a marketer, yeah. And a creative,
A creative,
Yeah.
black entrepreneur.
like entrepreneur, yeah.
Tell me about your journey, Mpho. Like, where did it all begin for you in the marketing and advertising space?
Okay. Should I take it way back?
As far back as your mind can remember.
Okay. So I've always loved advertising,
Yeah.
right? I've always been a fan of it. I've always read up on it. I mean, when I say read up, I read books of Muzukuzwayo. This was back when I was still in varsity.
Yeah.
Muzukuzwayo, I read a lot on Herd Boys, Hunter Scaris, you know?
Mhm.
And I could always envision myself in such spaces,
Yeah.
you know? And then it all began when after matric.
Yeah.
So it was so where are you going? You know how after matric,
Yeah,
matriculates,
yeah.
everyone's going, I'm going to Vert, I'm going to
What course are you
Monash,
doing?
I'm here. And I'm like, oh, I don't know where I'm going, but definitely not Vert. Or one of the
Or UJ
mainstream,
or-
yeah, the mainstream ones. And a friend of mine had introduced me to Vega Brand School of Communication. At that time it was in Sandton.
Yeah.
I remember going there, open day. I was blown away, man. You know, young, impressionable.
Yeah.
I was really blown away. But the only thing is, I couldn't afford the fees.
Yeah.
You know, so I got the registration papers and everything. Took it to my lady. Ma, here's a school. He saw us get us.
This
You
is
know?
the one.
This is the school I want to go to, you know? And not even to my surprise, my mom, you know, where we from, where
Yeah.
we raised, she couldn't afford the fees,
Yeah.
you know, but I thought I have to go to the school.
Yeah.
So I wrote to them at that early age that, listen, I'm creative, I've got a little portfolio, and at the school at the time where I went to, the high school, we didn't have art as a subject, so I was just doing art on the side. You know, and I said, listen, I've got my own portfolio. I would love to get a bursary or some sort of funding, you know, because I can't, or rather my folks can't pay for this, you know. And they wrote back saying, listen, there's something that's called Imagination Lab at that time.
Yeah.
Basically, they took all the not so fortunate kids, brought into a creative space,
Yeah.
and from then you got accepted to Vega,
Yeah.
and was happy to engage in it, happy to be a part of it. So I started going to school at Vega, but the imagination at that time it was under CEDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, CEDA.
Yeah.
So we were also getting stipend, transport money to come to school, which was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, how are you being paid to come to
Damn
school?
it.
You know what I mean?
I'd be early every day.
You know what I mean? So my lady Skawa, I managed to get in there, and can I let you guys get?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that went well. Top student, did fairly well.
Yeah.
I passed that imagination lab with flying colors, and I was accepted at Vega.
Yeah.
And when I was studying at Vega, they needed someone someone that was strong with design and digital, and it was me. So then I was pulled back, not back in a sense that I had to go back, but I went back as a lecturer. So they wanted a lecturer to teach digital and design.
Yeah.
So I was doing Imagination Lab as a lecturer at the time and studying at Vega. Again, more money in my pocket, but it's within my passion, so I was happy to oblige.
Yeah.
Studied at Vega first year, second year, and I was still mentoring and lecturing at Imagination Lab until I was headhunted by a company, a small company in Rosebank, you know? And that was my first gig in an advertising world. Worked there as a junior graphic designer, art director, and ever since, man, the journey has been, you know, ever since that opened up a lot of doors.
Yeah.
With that said, I managed to move there full time. Now things were going so well, man. You know, I was moving up the ranks, and I dropped out of school. I dropped out of school. You know what I mean? The moment you get a bit of kishing, I was like, nah, I'm already in this world, in this industry. You know, why am I still pursuing this?
Reading these textbooks.
You know what I mean? Because now I have to. Firstly, I don't have transport. Now I'm attending late classes to go study, and it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
No, let me just do this. So I dropped out. I stopped lecturing and I pursued the advertising world.
Yeah.
Right after that, it's been from one company to the next. Then I moved to there's a company called what was it at that time? It was Network BBDO.
Yeah.
But the sister company, Proximity TTP.
Yeah.
I worked there as an art director again. Now I'm moving up, you know. Work is getting bigger, my portfolio is getting greater. Left the company that at that time I think the funds were not so well, they retrenched. I was one of the guys that got retrenched. I worked at MultiChoice, and I was doing a bit of animation there for some channel, I forgot what channel it was. And I got headhunted by, at that time, Blue Moon in Rosebank. So that was the last agency that I worked for. I think at that time I was most probably 21.
Sure.
21, yeah.
And you got so much experience.
And I'd vast experience.
Sure.
I'd went in hard, you know. So I worked for Blue Moon, good home, met a lot of people, a lot of connections, grew a lot as an individual within the company, you know, to a point that when I was there as an art director, I even asked to go to the marketing department to go learn strategy, you know, because now I was tired of designing and now I wanted to know the ecosystem of the business, you know. So I started, and they allowed it. So I started getting myself into knowing what is strategy, what is account exec, finances, you know. So I was sitting within the company but moving from department, moving from department to the next, you know. And at that time, I think the entrepreneurial bug bit me. Me and my partner at that time, we had so many conversations, so many sleepless nights about, hey man, let's start our own thing, you know what I mean? So we had saved up money. An opportunity arrived. It was in a restauranting industry, you know, food industry. And we bought a franchise sandwich barrel. At that time, I think I must have been 22, 23. Sandwich Baron at Westgate Mall. That was going very well, but I got bored because now you blow me behind the till. I'll chill with my laptop behind the till, so it will be the what is it called again? Behind the till. There was the till, and it was my laptop. So if I'm not selling sandwiches and cool drinks, I'm designing freelance work. You know, because I was getting a lot of freelance requests. So going, hey man, I heard you're a freelancer, do you mind? And I was like, nah. And then I was generating income on the side business as a freelancer, you know. With my marketing background, I also managed to get the shop to another level, because when we bought it, it wasn't doing so well.
Yeah.
So I did my own marketing to
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and it started picking up.
Yeah.
You know, so now two things are running. Firstly, my freelance gig, and then now the shop is also doing handsomely well.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, and then my partner at that time was like, "Nah, dog, you know, this
can't be it,
freelancing,
yeah.
this freelancing thing, you're really killing it. You know, how about we actually just formalize it?
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, and at that time he meant formalize it in the sense that let's have an agency,
Oh yeah.
because he was also from a marketing background.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey man, that is another ball game. Do you know what an agency consists of? You know,
Yeah.
and at that time we are not trained, or rather, where we're from, we're not trained to think
Yeah, like that.
that you can run a big entity. We are not trained, unfortunately. You know,
Yeah.
we are raised Gogasi and body pick and pay, body Nike, body. You see them as brands that you yourself would never
Yeah.
grow,
like
start
yeah.
and grow.
Yeah.
You know, so starting a company, 22, 3,
Yeah.
oh, you know, but
I wanna stop you.
yeah,
The business bug has beat you.
okay,
And you're running your own sandwich baron. Things are going fairly well.
yeah,
Now you're getting extra work on the side to create other stuff.
cool. So, and then we get into the food industry, sandwich barrel.
Yeah.
You know, we buy franchise to a help. So, who the person that helped us was a mentor.
Yeah.
So firstly, I just want to say that it was never going to be possible had we not had a mentor. You know, which is something that I really recommend for any entrepreneur or anyone that's looking to crack it in the business or wherever space. But you need someone that will mentor you.
Yeah.
You know, so we get a sandwich baron, me and my partner at that time. So things are running smoothly because with my marketing background,
Yeah.
we were able to bring up the business. So the sandwich barrel, you know, sell it well, and now it's generating income. But whilst this is running, I'm also running my freelance gig,
Yeah.
you know, because people are calling me,
Yeah.
asking, or Emina, I need this, I need that. Companies, you know,
Yeah.
previous companies going, yo, it's still available. Do you want to freelance, you know? And now I'm making money this side of my freelance, and Sandwich Baron is doing well. So happy days. And then my business partner, I remember, was like, listen, your freelancing gigs are going very well. How about we really look into it and create a company
Yeah.
out of this, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But when he said a company, I immediately thought, do you mean an advertising agency?
Yeah.
You know, an agency, an agency like TBWA,
Yeah.
an agency
yeah,
like
yeah.
like Ogilvy, an agency like Jupiter. Are you looking to working against those guys and having those guys as our competitors? You know, he had just said it as a, let's formalize this.
Yeah.
You are generating income from it. Gave it a thought. We thought about it, and we're like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Nah,
Let's
fuck
do
it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Register a company. You know. So now people that called me, it's no longer a freelance. Now you're receiving my service through this company.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it changes now the whole ball
Mm.
of you having direct access to me, because now he'll play as an account exec.
Oh yes.
You know,
Yeah.
so he'll finance, or he'll work with finances.
Yeah.
He'll also do the admin side of it. So instead of
Pitch
me,
for businesses.
yeah, we went there together. But when you approach me, now it's no longer I'm charging you X amount per hour.
Oh yes.
Now it's there's this, there's
Yeah.
that. You need to take in consideration. So we're charging you this much.
Yeah.
You know. So the package was more now presentable.
Yeah.
Great, and now we're working this agency. We're working Sandwich Baron. It got to a point where the agency was doing far better than the Sandwich Baron.
Yeah. And I'm sure you had a prime spot in West.
Westgate,
Yeah,
yeah, Westgate
Westgate,
Mall,
yeah.
yeah, we're there, but
I mean,
the
it's
food
a mall,
court,
though,
it's
I
a
mean,
mall,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But now, I mean, what required here was just my laptop
Yeah.
and my design skills, you know?
Yeah.
But now this business is doing far better than Sandwich Baron. Sandwich Baron came with staff. It came with us buying monthly weekly actually, groceries.
Yeah, yeah.
It came with the rent. It came with a lot of things
Yeah.
to run it.
Yeah,
This just needs my IP, my skills, and a laptop.
yeah.
You know what I mean? After years, not even years, probably a year and a couple of months of running both,
Yeah,
we then decided, listen, let's sell Sandwich Bro. Let's sell it
Yeah.
and run this full time. And we did exactly that. That was an agreement between myself and him
yeah,
and our mentor.
yeah.
You know, again, we've been bouncing ideas with our mentor.
Yeah,
So when we were
yeah.
checking the books, he's actually quite surprised. That,
Yeah.
okay, cool. This is actually doing very well. You know, good. Sold that. Sold it back to the franchisor. Got our money back. Happy days. So now we start this agency. Not that we start, but we go now into it with a bit of money that we got
Yeah,
from selling
yeah,
this one.
yeah.
And then from there, man,
Things just open.
it just begins. It
And
just
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. I'm glad
Yeah.
you mentioned the importance of having a mentor. Right?
yeah no
I think that's one of the reasons I'm also doing this. You know, to share information. You know, people see you maybe on your Instagram page or you know on your business page, but they don't really know how you got there.
the back
You
end.
know, the challenges and stuff. So how important is like also learning industry trends, you know, in a business that you're in, networking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, how important are those elements?
Do you know what? As much as, and right now, you've touched on another subject. Social media has made it easy for people to think that success is a 5 minutes game. You know, it's not a 2-minute noodle where you throw it in a microwave and expect miracles. But social media has brainwashed a lot of people that no, Mang posted a picture, they should be successful, but they
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
the
yeah.
back end of it. You know. So my journey, my walks of life is that I had someone that was holding my hand, though that you don't see him on my post.
Yeah,
But he's
he
there.
was there, yeah.
He's there. He's always even now.
Oh, even now.
Even now, I
Yeah,
still have him.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
now,
yeah.
you know, with everything that I get myself into, buying a house, buying a car, anything, you know, anything that has to do with money. He's well knowledgeable when it comes to money,
Yes.
so he will guide me, you know. And those are the learnings that I need to navigate
Yeah.
through life, you know. And so the networking. The networking isn't really a big thing. Don't think because you're not going to these A-list parties,
Yeah.
you are missing out.
Seminars.
Seminars, you are missing out. You're not. You might not have means to go to those events, but you shouldn't also feel like you're not gonna still create something for you know, as a person. Because what it is, it's just dressing up and having pictures. Yes, every once in a while, you might meet someone that shares the same journey interest. You know, someone that will look into investing in you.
Yeah.
But hone your skills, you know,
Yeah.
get into your craft, put it out there. People are bound to buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People will come to you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah.
So don't think you or whoever's sitting at home is thinking, I can't meet these A-listers. I don't have clothes to look like these people.
Yeah.
Forget about those. Be good at what you do
Yeah.
and send it out.
And send it out.
Someone will go, I want that. And then life unfolds from that, you know?
Yeah.
Then you'll start going to seminars. But when you get there, then you're someone that they know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unlike when you're someone that they don't know and you're trying to get connections. Then it's a different ball game,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But if I continue.
Jen is quite interesting, my boy. Tell me more about your company, Wow Rona.
Yeah.
What is it about? What do you guys offer? I know it's bespoke services.
Yeah.
Meaning that it's like high level stuff. You know, strategy, campaigns. How is it going? Just tell me more about it.
So, I usually refer it as Wow Us,
Yeah.
you know? So, Waruna Media. It is a below the line,
Yeah.
intimate, really intimate agency. You know? Intimate in the sense that, yeah, you know, intimate in the sense that it is a boutique,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm definitely the head of it. I'm driving the company.
Yeah.
But basically what we do is below the line customer experiential activations.
Yeah.
You must probably seen activations at the malls, stop signs. Yeah, so we do those.
Billboards, all
Billboards, yes. We have strategy as well. By strategy, in any client brand that comes to us, the strategy involved. It involves strategy where we have to see where your business is, see where the competitor, research, see how we can reposition your current company, brand, and how we're going to sell it out there.
Yeah.
So we do strategy as well. And off late, and because of the situation we're in, COVID and everything, we had to grow our digital footprint. So currently working on it. We're working remotely as you can tell.
Yeah.
But even with our brands or our clients, we're doing a lot of remote and digital stuff.
Yeah.
So things like social media. What else? Yeah.
Do you guys do like ad campaigns?
We do ad campaigns.
Yeah.
We do ad campaigns, and from strategy, of course. So we will run a campaign that will either go in a magazine, radio, social media, activations. Depending on client's budget, of course.
What would you say are the biggest hiccups as a black-owned business?
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many. So many only because the old guys, or rather old agencies that have been there, are still dominating. And to try breaking into that barrier is a challenge. It's something that you really have to look inside yourself and say, am I willing to challenge a so and so or a so and so? But with that said, it also gives me a great pleasure because they know that person. They know me. It's that guy.
It's that guy.
It's him. Yes, we might win this pitch.
Yeah.
But it's him. It's that dude. And I think more than anything, that's what drives me as well. The fact that I give you a headache. You don't sleep peacefully at night thinking, oh, there's Mpho Monareng out there. And eventually, we will grow. We will conquer. We will get there. And it's not to wish bad to my competitors, but it is a competitor's game after all. And everyone is creative, man.
Yeah. And the cake is bigger now.
The cake is always big, depending on how hard you hustle. The cake will always be big. Just be there.
Yeah.
Show yourself.
Yeah.
Be presentable and show up.
Yeah, because I think a lot of us, like, black people, I think one of the biggest maybe mistakes that we make is we start by wanting to take on the big guns.
Yeah.
Not necessarily learning from what they are doing.
True.
Duplicating their work ethic.
True. True.
Developing ourselves. I think, it's every black person's, I wouldn't say mistake, but I see it a lot.
Yeah.
And in terms of like influence, you spoke about mentorship and all that. Would you pin your influence or your drive to a specific thing, or what drives you? What brings out that passion in you?
Okay. Firstly, I want to add to what you just said previously. One thing as a new black entrepreneur or agency, don't always go for the big brands, companies. There are also small companies, SMEs, that you could take learnings from, So don't shoot straight for a Nike. I'm not saying don't shoot for a Nike, but prepare yourself for Nike, So there will be brands like Drip, there'll be Batu, that is a benchmark.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Once you have that, then you can go to Nike and say, check what I've done for these guys. They're here because of me, So let's not forget about the smaller guys as well.
Yeah.
You can always go, okay, SMEs, okay, this guy is starting out, I can probably get a 5,000 here, I can get a 10,000 here. You know what I mean? Start like that. More especially when you can deliver the work alone.
Yeah.
It grows you.
Yes.
Big companies have big liabilities, more than assets.
Oh, yeah.
They've got big stuff.
Yeah.
They've got big office space. They've got everything of theirs is big. So when they win big clients like a Nike, it also takes a big chunk of their money, you know. But where with you can get a ShopRite, you can get a Pep, you can get, you know what I mean, and you are able to deliver the work with a team of 5 or 10. You're also sitting well. You know what I mean? You're making as much as the big guys are making, just that your company is boutique. So don't ever also think, I'm small, I'll never get, no. You know what I mean? That's how you structure your company. You can forever stay boutique, working with those brands, and do you know what? From them, you're getting a substantial amount of money.
I want to talk about the next ambassador.
The next brand ambassador.
The next brand ambassador.
Ep8.
I don't know much about it, but I saw you on, was it Espresso?
Yeah,
on
Espresso.
SABC2. I think you are one of
the winners.
The winner. Oh, the winner. You are the winner.
One of the winners,
Yeah, so tell me about that.
It was at that time I had closed my other business. So I had about a year or so to find myself, to reflect and go through a journey of unlearning to learn again. You know, because at times you feel like you've hit the ceiling, but there's so many things that you might have missed. You know, so go down, see what you've missed, grab it, and move back up again. You know, you have to reposition yourself and rebrand yourself every now and then to forever stay young. So Capitec's next brand ambassador was a good space for me, mentally as well as creatively, you know. I got in there knowing that, listen, I could be working or challenging, competing against juniors, but it's fine because they bring a different thinking to what I know. They're quite knowledgeable when it comes to social media, where some of us are still like, you know, how do I maneuver? How do I navigate? Go Instagram. How do I
shoot a boomerang?
How do I shoot a boomerang? You know what I mean? What is a podcast? You know, things like that. So I learned quite a lot. But I think with my skills and where I'm from, helped me to win the competition, of course. But without that, more than anything, it was the learning that I also provided to others. You know, I wasn't just there to win the competition, but it was to share some of my learnings. Because my part-time work, I was also a lecturer at Red and Yellow School, and I'd share some of the things I know. So coming to that show, I was also sharing what I know. So it was a good platform. I wanted a good space. I was the brand ambassador for Capitec for a year. Unfortunately, we didn't do much that was planned because of COVID. But I could have done much more. I know I could have taken them to a different level of creativity, you know. But unfortunately, they'll forever be a family that I'm happy that I've worked with before.
And I'm sure you've worked with a few other big brands, you know.
A lot.
I'm not sure if you're allowed to mention any.
I've worked with Clip Drift. I was also a face of Clip Drift for quite some time.
There's that ad.
There was that ad as well.
It's still on rotation.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, then it means I need to get paid. I need to. Apparently, it's still flighting, but I've been. I think it was actually it ran concurrently with Capitec brand ambassador. I was also the ambassador of Clip Drift, and that as well. We did so many things below the line, activations, emceeing, hosting private parties. You know, so I had to also come in there and bring in some of my marketing learnings to it, you know, except just being a face, which is good because now you're a face and you know the back end. For any brand, you should be happy to get someone like that.
Of course, I mean, you become an asset to them.
You become an asset more than just showing your face. You're also working at the back and presenting new ideas and saying, listen, instead of me just doing this, I could also do this. I can also do that. You know, and it shows great potential. So that was also an amazing space to work with, and and other brands, man. And other brands,
And then, you know, hailing from Force.
Force Loras.
Mpho is from.
Epos.
I think met him around there. You hosted an event called the Force Loras Food Market. and I was there. Fortunately for me, I mean, you had people like Boiti,
Ricky
Rick. Hey man, that's my favorite
Sandy.
artist.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
How did that come about? And what's the objective with that?
So the reason I looked into or created Full Slow Food Festival was that there's so many SMEs in the townships, you know, so many lost hopes, businesses and people that could honestly, or rather businesses that they just need a platform
Yes.
to showcase what they do to the public, you know. And for someone like me that has an influence and known, I wouldn't say well known, but known
Yeah.
to pull certain connections and create a platform for these SMEs was one of the objectives more than anything. So apart from me growing, but you as a person that sells whatsoever can also grow. I mean, look at Republic Wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mpho, exactly. I think Mpho was there. His mom was there as well.
Yeah, he was.
Wing Republic, he was, exactly. You know, and Mpho right now has 3 or 4 franchises.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was pulling brands as well as SMEs to say, guys, I'm sure we could find a synergy here. You know, if you're in F&B, everyone here, there's money in rotation. You know, are you gonna sponsor what are these pay points? Is there a way that you see a gap to be part of this? You know, can we bring your people where these people can now finalize their businesses and actually register their business on site? You know, it's things like that. And again, to just uplift Ikurule as a township. You know, so. And again, through connections, I managed to speak to Boiti, speak to Reason. Reason was a big help, as well as Zandi, because those are people that I had behind me that were supporting. They managed to pull Rick and all the other DJs and artists that were there. So it was a great festival.
It was.
That's still going to happen because I'm in talks with certain brands at the moment, and we'll see where we take it. Yeah.
No, I need to come past the hip hop set though.
By all means, come through. But I must say, I actually lost quite a lot of money on that event, but I was happy that it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get the first one, you know how it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, but the traction is there.
The traction
You
was
know,
there.
The people are still talking.
The numbers,
about it.
people are still talking because it was, I think, in Forslow, after so many years, nothing like that. We didn't have anything
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
You know, I don't remember having an event where we had big stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Rick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a great platform. Lost money, but managed to pull the numbers. Managed to have great brand presence for other brands to look at us and say, listen, when is the next one? We would like to work with you guys. You know. So I'm more than anything, I'm a party starter.
Yeah.
I want to start something that will grow.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a conveyor belt because you're growing with other people. It's not just you could have just thrown a party.
I could have just thrown a party.
But you're doing it as a, you you're involving people so that they can also make something out of it.
Precisely.
Yeah. I think on my end, Imposa, that's pretty much most of what I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
So if people want to work with you, homeboy, how do they reach you? How do they reach Wow Rona? Do you have a website? Give us your social media pages.
Yeah. So Wow Media, Wow Rona, website is www.wow, WOWRONA.co.za. So it's Wow Rona, Wow Rona.co.za. My email address is mpho@wowrona. On social media, I use the name Couch Potato. I use Couch Potato, and there's a story why Couch Potato. But basically, I laze around. You know what I mean? Jammies. Yeah. So I'm Couch Potato, and on Twitter, it's Mpho_Monareng. And I'm open to partnering with up and coming artists. I'm open to partnering with other entrepreneurs, but again, do not think that I will make you. I'm still trying to make me. You know, I'm growing as much as you're growing. So don't be offended if I don't work with you.
Yeah.
Maybe it isn't the right time nor
Yeah.
space, but I believe that someday, some way, we'll come together. Yeah, we'll come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, homeboy. Look, from my side, thanks for the interview, dog. It's gonna go a long way. It's gonna inspire someone. I'm inspired, you know. And yeah, man, keep kicking ass, dog.
We'll forever be trying, my friend. I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It isn't easy. I'm still growing myself, and it takes up a lot.
Yeah.
But giving up isn't an option. Giving up isn't an option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think it,
You can do it.
you can do it.
Yeah.
You can definitely do it.
Yeah.
You know, and you can open as much companies as you want to. Just keep trying.
Just
keep trying.
Knock on the door.
Knock on those doors. You know, if you find your passion, do it.
Brilliant.
Just, yeah.
No, thanks, homeboy. Thanks for welcoming me into your home.
Cool.
And, yeah.
I'm happy you came through.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, my
Yeah.
man. And hopefully next time we have another conversation, it will be
Yeah, slightly different.
slightly different. More nicer setting.
Yeah, this is a dope set.
Thanks,
Nice
Neza.
one, homie.